So that is the code. That is Purusha Uraha Pramanam Stri Shroni. Okay. That is the measurement of the chest in the male is equal to that of female pelvis. Okay. But according to Dalhana, the Stri Shroni is 12 angula. Okay. So you have to remember the Stri Shroni Vistara given by Dalhana also. Okay. It is 12 angula only. Okay. Don't get confused. So Dalhana mentions it is 12 angula. Okay. Then let's moving to the synonyms given for the Stri before the Rajo Darshana, that is Kanya, Kumari, Gauri. Okay, these are the terms used in our classics for the Stri before the Rajo Darshana. Okay, whereas Avi, Pushpavadi, Stri Dharmini, these are the synonyms used in Rajaswara. Okay, whereas in Prasuda, we can use the synonyms as Prajada, Prasudiga, and Jadapatya. Okay. The next point that is of 3-star important is number of bones in the pelvic cavity. That is 3 Shroni Asti. I hope you have studied this number. That is Vakbadacharya mentioned 4 number of pelvic bone and Kashyapacharya mentions 2. Okay, whereas Charaka mentioned 3 and Shishuda mentioned 5. Okay, so 2, 3, 4, 5. Okay. So you have to study this number only. Okay. And also remember which Acharya mentions this number. Okay. Then coming to the Sandhi Pragara, mainly Samudra Sandhi is present in Buddha, Bhaga and Nidamba areas. Okay, that is important. So Samudra type Sandhi is present Buddha, Bhaga and Nidamba. Whereas in Kadi Kabaleshu, Tunna Sevani. Okay, that is the Sandhi present in the Kadi Kabal. So these two you have to remember in the Prasudi aspect. Okay. Then another important question that may be asked from this section, Peshi, muscles. Okay. Mainly 500 muscles are mentioned in Purusha. But 20 Peshis are extra mentioned for the females. So totally 520 muscles or Peshis are mentioned in females. Okay, so total number of Peshi in female is 520, not 500. Okay, so these 20 type, whereas in each sthana, 5 Peshis are present. Okay, and in Apatya Pada Marga, there is 4 Peshis, and in Garbha Chidra, it is 3, and in Shukartava Praveshini, it is mainly 3 now. Okay. The next point, that is the Bhaga. Bhaga is a 12 angula in Pramana. Okay, so measurement of the vulva or the Bhaga is 12 angula. So it is also 2-star important. And next important that you have to remember is Garbhashaya. So you know that it is the 8th Ashaya present in females. Okay, Strinam Garbhashaya Ashtamaha. So the synonyms for the Garbhashaya is also important. That is Dara and Pudakara. Okay, these are the 2 synonyms given by the Sharangadhara Acharya. So sometimes these questions, Dara is a synonym of. So questions may be asked like this. Dara is very important. So it is another term used for Garbhashaya. Then coming to the position of this Garbhashaya or the uterus, it is also important. That is in between Pitta Pakvashaya. That is Pittashaya and Pakvashaya. Madhye Garbhashaya Yatra Garbha Tishtadi. Okay. And another quotation given by the Sushrudajarya is that Strinam tu Vasti Parshagado Garbhashaya Sannikrishta. Okay. So position of the Garbhashaya is also important. And Rohidaga Malsya Muga Samam is the agara of the Garbhashaya. So the shape of or agara of the Garbhashaya is similar to that of the Muga of Rohidaga Malsyam. 3-star important. So always these questions are asked in entrance examination. Okay, so Rohidaga Malsya Muga Samam is the shape of Garbhashaya. Okay. Then coming to the yoni. Yoni, it is known to be, it has 3 avarta. Okay, that is Shanga Nabhyagrudir Yoni. Tasya Tridiye tu avarte garbhashyaha. So, this quotation is very important. That is, in the 3rd avarta, the garbhashya is situated. Okay, so according to Sushrudacharya, he mentions that Tasya Tridiye tu avarte garbhashyaha. Okay, then it is like Shanganabhyagrudit. The shape of this yoni is similar to that of Shanganabhyag. Okay, so that is also important. Whereas the shape of this uterus is equal to, or it is similar to Rohidaga Malsya Muga. Understood? Then Kashyapacharya also mentions different shape of the yoni, and in that the Shagadagati yoni is taken as the superior one. Okay, Shagadagati yoni is the best shape of the yoni, which is able to produce the progenies. Okay, so please remember the shape of the yoni given by the Kashyapacharya, which is Shrestha Shagadagati. Okay. Then the yoni nadi, that is also an important part. That is yoni nadi is mentioned in Bhav Prakasha. Okay, so mainly 3 type of yoni nadi is mentioned. First one, that is Samirana nadi, and second one, that is Chandramasi, and third one, that is Gauri. Okay, so when this sperm or shukla is placed in this Samirana nadi, then the sex of child is nishphala, because this will not result in fertilization. Okay. Then coming to the Chandramasi, the Kanya will be born. Okay. If this shukla is placed in this Chandramasi nadi, Kanya will be born. Okay. And that of Gauri, the Putra will be the progeny. Okay, so you have to remember the name of the nadi and the sex of the child, and the yoni nadi is also explained in Bhav Prakasha. Okay, so these are the main points that you have to remember in this part. Understood? Then coming to the Shukravaha Srotas, the moolam of Shukravaha Srotas is also very important one. That is, Charagacharya mentions the moolam or the origin of the Shukravaha Srotas is from Vrishana and Shefa. Okay. Whereas Sushrudacharya mentioned that from Sthana and Vrishana. So Acharya Sushruta mentioned Sthana is also the moolam for the Shukravaha Srotas. Okay. Whereas in Ashtanga Sangraha, the Acharya mentioned 3 number on the Moola Sthana of the Shukravaha Srotas. So he include Majja also. Okay. So the points that you have to remember that in Ashtanga Sangraha, 3 Moolas are mentioned. So Majja, which is a Dhatu, is also comes as a Moola Sthana for Shukravaha Srotas by Ashtanga Sangraha. Okay. So please mark the Majja. Acharya mentioned is Ashtanga Sangraha or Vakbad Acharya. Okay. So other moolas mentioned in Vakbad Acharya is Sthana and Mushka. Okay. Then the Shuddha Shukra Lakshana. It is also important. I hope that you have already studied these slogas in your UG time. Okay. So the points that you have to remember about the Shuddha Shukra is, it is Madhura, Madhura Rasa and Snigdha Guna, and Pichila. The Guna, Guru, Pichila, Snigdha. Okay. And next point, that is Gridha Makshiga Tailabam. So Ashtanga Hridaya, it is mentioned that it is similar to that of Gridha or Makshiga or Tailab. Very important. Okay. Whereas Sushrudacharya mentioned the Madhugandhi. It is also very important. Smell of this Shuddha Shukra is mentioned in Sushrudacharya. That is Madhugandhi. Okay. And Sfadigabam. And it is similar to that of a Sfadiga. Okay. It is pure like a glass. That is Sfadigabam. So sometimes the question may be asked, which Acharya mentioned the Taila as the quality of Shuddha Shukra? Okay. Which Acharya mentioned that? Vagbhata Acharya in Ashtanga Hridaya. Okay. So questions are asked like this. Okay. So you have to study the Shuddha Shukra Lakshana, mainly Gridhamakshika Tailabam mentioned in Ashtanga Hridaya, and also Sfadigabam Madhugandhi. Okay, Madhugandhi, that is also important. Then coming to the Shuddha Artava Lakshana. It is also very important. The Acharya Charaga mentioned the Shuddha Artava Lakshana, or the pure menstrual blood that we can assess through this color, that is Gunja Phala Savarnam. Okay, so its color is similar to that of Gunja Phalam. And Padma Alattaga Sannibam, Indragoba Samas. Okay, so these are the similarities that is given in Charaga Samhita. Whereas Sushruta and in Ashtanga Hridaya, it also mentions Shasha Asrak Pradimam, Laksha Rasobamam. So these are the qualities for the Shuddha Artava. And next important point, that is Daudam Yacha Vidajyade. That means it will not cause any stain in the clothes. Okay. So it will easily clean by the wash. Okay. Daudam Yacha Vidajyade. It is also the Shuddha Artava Lakshana. Understood? So these are the main points about the Shuddha Artava Lakshana. So you have to remember Gunja Phala Savarnam, Padma Alattaga Sannibam, and Indragoba Pradigasham, and Shasha Asrak Pradimam, Laksha Rasobam, and also the other feature Daudam Yacha Vidachati. It's also very important. And next point, in Bhava Pragasha, Acharya mentions the three Artava as Ashtadadu. So which Acharya consider this Artava as Ashtadadu? It is also important. That is Bhava Pragasha. Okay. Then the formation of Garbha. So these slogas explain how the Garbha is formed in the Garbhashaya. So one thing that you have to remember, which the quotations, which is mentioned in the Sushruta Samhita and also Charaga Samhita. Sometimes the question may be asked like this. The quotation is quoted in the question paper, that is Shukra Shonida Jiva Samyoge to Gelu Pukshigade Garbha Sabnyam Bhavadi, which is mentioned in okay, so you have to study the Acharya or the Samhitas, which is mentioned, or where this quotation is explained. Okay, so mainly Sushruta mentions the Garbha is a combination of Shukra Shonida and Atma Prakriti Vigaras. Okay, Atma Prakriti is also included in Sushruta Samhita. Whereas Shukra Shonida Jiva Samyoge to Galu. So Acharya Charaga mentioned the Shukra Shonida and also Jiva Samyoga is the formation of the Garbha. Okay, it is the leading factor for the formation of Garbha. Understood? Then coming to the Garbha Dhana Vidhi, so mainly the Purva Karma. Before doing this Garbha Dhana Vidhi, Purva Karma should be done. Okay, so for both Sri and Purusha should undergo Samshodhana Karma, that is Vamana Virejana. And after Samshodhana Karma, there should be followed the Samsarjana Karma. First Samshodhana, and after it is followed by Samsarjana Karma. And then Asthavana and Anuvastana Vasti should be done. Okay, and the main point in this section is Masha Taila Prayoga should be done in Stri. Okay, Masha Taila should be used in females, whereas Madhura Aushadha Samskrita Gridha Shira should be taken by the Purusha. Okay, so these are the points you have to noted in this section. So Masha Taila Prayoga will increase the Shuddha Artava. Okay, Okay. Whereas in Madura Aushadha is used to improve the quality of semen. Okay. Or the sperm count also. That is why the Shida and Grida, which is processed with this Madura Aushadha, is given to the male. Understood? Then, next point, that is Yugma Divas is used to have a putra, whereas Ayugma Divas is used to have a female baby. Okay, putri. So this is also important point, Yugma and Ayugma. Okay. Then Nishitta Asana. So during this sexual intercourse, the Nubja position, that is the prawn position, is not indicated, where this Vada become Balavan. So in this position, what happens is Vada become Balavan. So it will cause Yoni Pidana. So you have to remember the Nubja position is not indicated, and also Dakshina Parsha and Vama Parsha is not also indicated. Okay. So these are the Nishiddha asanas. And please mark the Yoni Pidana is the after effect of this Nubja position. Okay. Then Yogya Asana, or the most suitable position, is supine position, because doshas are reside in its position. Okay. And the Paschat Karma is Shida Jala Parishejana for Stri. So after this Maidana Karma, the Paschat Karma is Shida Jala Parishejanam. It is indicated for Stri, 1 star important. Okay. Then the Maiduna Varja Stri, those who are not indicated for this Maiduna, that is also 1 star important. That is Adibala, Adivruddha, Dirga Rogini, that is those who having this chronic diseases, and in pregnancy time and during this menstrual period, this Maiduna is contraindicated. Okay. And coming to the age for marriage, that is Vivaha Yogya Ayu, that is important. Okay, so that is Sushrudacharya mentions the age for male for the marriage is 25. Okay, whereas that of female is 16. And Ashtanga Sangraha mentioned that is male for 21 years and female for 12 years. Okay, you have to study this age for the marriage. Then age for the conception is also important. Okay, age for the suitable time period for conception is also important. So Acharya Sushruta mentioned the same age for both male and female in case of conception and for the marriage. That is 25 years and 16 years. And the same opinion is given by Ashtanga Sangraha. That is 25 years and 16 years for the Garbha Yogya Kala. Whereas Ashtanga Hridaya mentioned the 20 years for male and 16 years for female. Okay, so all Acharyas mentioned 16 years are the age for conception for females. Okay. So please note that 16 years mentioned by all Acharyas for female conception. Okay. Then next important point, that is a preconceptional preparation. So before this planning of this pregnancy, the male should be given with the Sheed and Grita, and that is female is Tile and Masha. So this point that we have already discussed. Okay, that is preconceptional preparation for male and female. That is next is sex of the fetus. That is we have already discussed. That is Yugmeshu Putra, for having the male baby. Then this Maiduna is indicated in 4th, 6th, 8th, 10th and 12th days. Okay, 12 days of this Rajagala, that is indicated. That is Yugmeshu. Okay, Yugma means this even number. Okay, Then whereas for Putri, for having a female child, it is indicated in Ayugma Divasa, that is 5th, 7th, 9th, and 11th days. Okay. This is also important point. And next point that you have to remember is in Ashtanga Sangraha, it is contraindicated for Maidana, that is in Ekadashi and Trayodashi, that is 11th and 13th day are Nindida according to Ashtanga Sangraha, because he mentions that Nabumsaga Janma will occur. Okay. Nabumsaga will be born when this days on the 11th and 13th day. So it is considered as Nindida by Ashtanga Sangraha. Whereas Ashtanga Hridaya mentioned Ekadashi Nindida, that is 11th day is not indicated in Ashtanga Hridaya. And Sushrutajarya mentions Trayodashi Nindida. Okay. So mainly 11th and 13th day are not indicated in Ashtanga Sangraha. And the 13th day only mentioned in Sushruta Samhita, and 11th day is only mentioned in Ashtanga Hridaya. Okay. So from this part, the questions are always asked. Okay. And Putreshti Yajna is mentioned in Charaga and Kashyapa Samhita. That is also important. The Putreshti Yajna is mainly conducted to having a male baby. Okay, so it is mainly indicated or mentioned in Charaga Samhita and Kashyapa Samhita. Okay. Then next point that you have to study, that is Niyatam Divase Adide Sangujat Tyambujam Yada. So this quotation that mainly mentions that the Riddhu Vyadida Kala is not a suitable time for the conception. Okay, because at the Riddhu Vyadida Kala, what happens is that the service get closed. After the Riddhu Kala, the service get closed in Riddhu Vyadida Kala. Okay. So that it is as similar to that of the lotus, which get closed after the sunset. Okay. So Niyadam Divase Adide Sangujat Yambujam Yada. Like a lotus is get closed after the sunset, like that the service get closed after this Riddhu Kala. So that the Riddhu Vyadida Kala is not a suitable time period for the conception. Okay. Just remember this quotation, which is mentioned in the context of Riddhu Vyadida Kala. Okay. Then next is Pumsavana Vidhi. The Pumsavana Vidhi, mainly it is indicated to having a male baby. Okay. Nowadays, it is also indicated to having a healthy child. Okay. So other name for the Pumsavana Vidhi given by the Charagacharya is Vivartana Samskara. Okay. And you have to study the time when this Pumsavana Vidhi is indicated. That is, Charagacharya mentioned Pra Vyakti Bhavadi. Before this organs are clearly formed, this Pumsavana Vidhi should be done by Charagacharya. Whereas Chakrapani mentioned it is in second month where the Pumsavana Vidhi is indicated. Okay. And in Ashtanga Hridaya, Purvam Vyakti Prayoji. That is, the first month is the time period for doing this Pumsavana Vidhi for Ashtanga Hridaya. Whereas Dalhanacharya mentions Labdha Garbhaya, or up to 3 months. It is a time period for Pumsavana Vidhi. Okay, so these points that you have to study. So Charagacharya, mainly note this quotation, Prak Vyakti Bhavadi. Okay, it is mentioned in Charaga Samhita, whereas in Ashtanga Hridaya, Purvam Vyakte Prayoji. So the examination, these quotations is asked. Okay, so which Acharya mentions the Pumsavana Vidhi as Purvam Vyakte Prayoji. Okay, so sometimes this question may be asked like this, according to Ashtanga Hridaya, which is the time period for doing this Pumsavana Vidhi. Then you can select 1 month. Okay, understood? So you have to study 1, 2, 3 months, up to 3 months by Dalhanacharya. This is 3-star important points. Mainly the questions are asked from this portion in every examination. Okay. And these are the points where this the procedure or the methods for doing this Pumsavana Vidhi. So Pushi Purishagam Haimam Tejada IS. So this should be dipped in milk and 1 Anjali Kshira that should be taken by the female to having a male child. Okay. And also Lakshmana Moolam along with the Shiram is indicated for Nasa and Asyapana. 8 Vadashringa and Shira is also indicated. Okay. And mainly Dakshina Nasa Pudam is indicated Shveda Brihadi Moolam and Shiram. So when Shveda Brihadi Moolam along with the Shira should be poured in the Dakshina Nasa Pudam. Okay. That is also an important point. These things that you have to just read, and mainly you have to remember is Pushya Purishaga Haimam that should be made into Agni Varna and then dipped into milk, and that milk about 1 Anjali should be taken by the female. Okay. And another point that is Nasya Dravya should not be spitted out. So Acharyas mentioned that when these drugs are poured into this Nasa Puda, and this Dravya should not be spitted out. Okay. And Devam Adivartade. So this is the context when this Pumsavana Vidhi is mentioned. So this is the quotation in the Ashtanga Hridaya. So Acharya mentioned Devam Adivartade in the context of Pumsavana Vidhi. Okay. So it is mainly depends upon the divine. Okay. So this sex determination is ultimately determined by the divine. That is the quotation mainly mentioned in Ashtanga Hridaya. Okay. And these are the Garbha Stabhaga Aushadhi that you have to study this with 1-star important. And instead of Vamana, we can do Nishtivana. Okay. And instead of Videchana, Phalavarti is indicated before 8th month. Okay. So up to 8th month, Panchakarmas are not indicated. So if there is any in condition when this Vamana is needed, then instead of Vamana, we can do Nishtivana. And instead of Virejana, Phalavarti can be used. Okay, that is important. Understood? Then coming to the Ridumadi Lakshana, that you have to study this Ridumadi Lakshana, that is Shama Prasanna Vadana, Suresh Shroni Payodara. That is also important. Then Pina Prasanna Vadana is mentioned in Sushrudacharya. And Narakama, please mark Narakama and Srastha Kukshi Akshi Murta. Okay. And Acharya Charaka mentioned Gade Purana Rajasi. So these points that you have to remember, which is mentioned in Ridumadi Lakshana. Okay. Then Sadhyograhita Garbha Lakshana is also an important part. That is Yonya Bijasya Sangraham, Tripti, Guruttam, okay, Hridaya Spandanam, Loma Harshanam. And Sakti Sadanam, which is mentioned in Sushruta Samhita, and Nishtiviga by the Charagacharya is also important Lakshana for Sadhyograhita Garbha Lakshana. The Lakshanas which is seen immediately after the conception. That is Sadhyograhita Garbha Lakshana. Okay. So these Lakshana, that is Ridumadi Lakshana, Sadhyograhita Garbha Lakshana and Vyakta Garbha Lakshanas are the very, very important points. You have to study it. Okay, with 3-star important. And coming to the Vyakta Garbha Lakshana, mainly Ramaraji Pragashanam, Amleshtada. Okay, Amleshtada. And also Stano, Pino, Sastanyu, Krishna Chichuga. Okay, so there is a discoloration. Okay, as hyperpigmentation is occurring on the Krishna Chichuga, that is the nipple areas. Then Artava Adarshana. Artava Adarshana, Yonyasta Adalatto or Vivridatto. Okay, that is an important Lakshana given by Charagacharya. Yonyasta Adalatto or Vivridatto. Okay, so please note Artava Adarshana as a Vekta Garbha Lakshana. Okay, Artava Adarshana is a Vekta Garbha Lakshana. Okay. So these are the main points in the first part. Then are you able to see this screen? Okay. Let's continue. The screen is visible, Dr. Asia. Okay. Next, that is the Garboba Gadagara Bhava. So this you have to study with 1 star important. Okay. Only Adi Guru Ushna Tishna Aharas and Daruna Cheshtas are contraindicated during pregnancy. And also don't wear red clothes. Okay. The Rekta Vastras are not used by the Garbhanis because it should be protected from Devada and Rakshasa. So this red color that will attract this evil eyes. Okay. Then next point, that is Dauhrida. Dauhrida is important part. You have to study the opinion of each acharyas. Ashtanga Hridaya mentioned the Dauhrida in 2nd month. Okay. Whereas in Charagacharya mentioned it in 3rd month and Kashyapacharya in 3rd month. So Charaga and Kashyapa mentioned Dauhrida in 3rd month. Okay. Harida and Sushuda mentioned in 4th month. So first it is mentioned in 2nd month by Ashtanga Hridaya. Okay, this is very, very important part. I hope you have understand what is Dauhrida. Okay, some of the special desired by the Garbhini during this pregnancy time. Actually, Dauhrida means 2 Hridaya. So the desires of this fetus is expressed through this mother. Okay, so that is the Dauhrida. So whatever may be her Dauhrida or her wishes, so we have to fulfill it. So the side effect or the Dauhrida Avamana, if you are not fulfill this Dauhrida, the effect on this Garbha is explained. That is Gava Mamsa. This if Garbhini having a Dauhrida of Gava Mamsa, then the baby will be Bali Sarva Klesha Saha. Okay. So Dauhrida and its effect on Garbha is also important. So Gava Mamsa is the Dauhrida, then the baby is of Sarva Klesha Saha. Okay. Whereas Mahisha Dauhrida is present, then the baby is of Shura, Rekta Aksha, Loma Samyuda. So Loma Samyuda. So please mark Loma Samyuda and also Shura. So in Varaha Mamsa and Mahisha Mamsa, the effect is Shura. The child is of having a Shura character. Okay. Then Varaha Mamsa is also Sopnalu. Babies fond of the sleep. Okay, Sopnalu. Then Tittiri. Please note Tittiri. That is babies of Nitya Bida. So having fear. Babies having fear. And Goda Mamsa. That is Dharanatmaka. Okay, so main points, that is Sarva Klesha Saha is indicated in Gava Mamsa Dauhruda, and Shura, the character Shura is mentioned in Varaha and Mahisha Mamsa Dauhruda, and baby Sopnalu in Varaha Mamsa, and in Tittiri Mamsa Dauhruda Nitya Bida. Okay, Nitya Bida. These are the points. And Garbhani Ahara, that is mainly the features of this or the quality of the food taken by the Garbhani is Madura Rasa, Snigdha Guna. Okay, and it's also Deepana in nature, that increases the digestive power. Okay, and it is Hridya also. Okay. Otherwise, it will cause emesis. If the Ahara is not Hridya to the Garbhani, it will induce the emesis. Okay. And next point, that is Garbhani Parijarya. This quotation is very important. Purnamiva Taila Patram Samshobhayada Andarvartini Bhavadi Ubachirya. This is given in Charaga Samhita. That is, the Garbhani should be take care as a Taila Patra. Okay. So what happens if Taila Patra is not held tightly? It will break down. Okay. Like this, the Garbhani should be take care in all aspects. Okay. That simile is very important. That is Purnamiva Taila Patram. It is mentioned in the context of Garbhani Parijaryam in Charaga Samhita. Okay. Then the Masanumasa Garbhani Parijarya is very, very important. 3-star important. I hope you have studied this Garbhani Parijarya that we have discussed in the recorded classes. Okay. So in this session, you have to remember the each month's Chaitya by each Acharya. That is, Charagacharya mentioned first Anubha Samskruta Kshiram. Okay. Anubha Samskruta Kshiram in first month. Whereas Sushrudacharya mentioned Madhura Shida Dravya Ahara. Okay, mainly Madhura Shida Dravya Ahara. So the importance of using this Madhura and Shida Dravya, because these all are Garbhastabhaga in nature. Okay, that is why this Acharya use this Madhura Aushadha along with the Shida or Shida Dravya for Garbhastabhana. Okay. So main points that we have to remember that in 4th month, the Acharya Charaga mentioned Navanida, Shida Navanida. Okay, in Akshamatra. And in 5th month, Shida Sarpi. Okay. Shida Sarpi is indicated by Charagacharya, and in 6th and 7th month, the same diet is mentioned, that is Shida Sarpi, which is processed with the Madhura Aushadha in 6th and 7th. Okay. In the next point, that is in the 8th month, Shira Yavagu is indicated. So Acharya Charaga mentioned Shira Yavagu in 8th month. That is very important. Okay. And coming to that of Sushrudacharya's opinion, he mentioned in 6th month as Shwadramshtra Siddha Sarpi. Okay. So it is very important. Acharya Sushrudha mentioned Shwadramshtra Siddha Sarpi in 6th month. Okay. Whereas in 7th month, Sushrudacharya mentioned Pradak Parnyadi Siddha Sarpi. Okay. And Yavagu, Snigdha Yavagu is also indicated in 8th month as Charagacharya. And Acharya Sushrudha also mentioned Astabhana and Anuvasana in 8th month. Okay. That is also an important point. And coming to that of Ashtanga Hridaya, Acharya mentioned Shirapeya and Anuvasana with Madhura Aushadha, and Astabhana for Purana Purisha Shuddhyartham. Very important. Okay, so Astabhana should be done for the purpose of Purana Purisha Shuddhi. Okay. Acharya Vagbhada mentions the Astabhana and Anuvasana in the 8th month. Okay. Sushrudacharya also mentioned Asthabana and Anuvasana and Yavagu in the 8th month. Whereas Ashtanga Hridaya mentioned Shira Peya in 8th month. Okay. So these are the differences you have to note it in this part. Okay. And Charagacharya also mentioned Anuvasana in 9th month. And Taila Piju Sudigagara Pravesha is also done in 9th month. So Sudacharya mentioned the Sudigagara Pravesha in 9th month. Okay. So main point, mainly Sudigagara Pravesha is always asked during this examination. So mainly it is on 9th month. Okay. So the points that you have to study or remember mainly is Yavagu, about the Yavagu. So Saragacharya mentioned it in 8th month. Okay. And Bela mentioned in 5th and 8th month. And Vagbhadacharya mentioned Mamsa Yavagu in 8th and 9th month. Okay. And coming to that of Vasti, that is on the 9th month, Anuvasana Vasti is indicated by Charaga, whereas Sushruta and Vagbhada mentioned Anuvasana and Astabana in 8th month. Okay. And Bela also in 8th month. Only Charagacharya mentioned Anuvasana in 9th month. Okay. So these are the main points, because in this part always the questions asked like this, from the part of Yavagu and from the part of Vasti. In which month the Charagacharya mentions Anuvasana Vasti. Okay. And also the 6th and 7th month Charya by the Sushrudacharya, that is Shodramshtra Siddha and Prudak Parnyadi Siddha, is always asking. Okay, and 6th and 7th month of the Charagacharya is also an important one. Understood? Then Garbhani Parichaya given by Harida Samhita. In this part, you have to remember the Acharya mentioned the first month Navanita Paya. Okay. PhD Parishaga Navanita Paya. So please mark the Navanita Paya in the first month. And he also mentioned in the 4th month Krida Odanam. Okay, Krida Odanam. And Payasa is mentioned in 5th month. Whereas 8th month Grudha Puraga is mentioned. Please mark Grudha Puraga in 8th month. Whereas Charagacharya mentioned in this Yavagu in the 8th month. But Harida mentioned Grudha Puragam. Okay. He also mentioned in the 9th month Vivida Anna. That is also important. Okay. Then coming to the Garbhani Chigilsa, mainly Mruddu Chigilsa, the treatment with of mild potency is indicated in pregnancy. Okay. The next point, that is Avayavapati by Harida and according to Kashyapa. The main point, that's according to Kashyapa, you have to study the 3-star important, because from Shonida, Hridaya is formed. From Hridaya, Yagrudo Pliha, and Pliha Fufumsa. Okay. That is a very, very important point. And coming to that of Harida is also important. That is, Twak is formed from Vada and Rekta. Okay. And Regrat is Vada Rektamaya. And Kabba Rekta Shleshmodbhava is Pliha. Rekta Shleshma Rasashuddha is Puru. Okay. So you have to study it with 2-star importance. So mainly study the Avayavolpati given by Kashyapacharya. Okay. Then Abara, that is placenta. Mainly Abara, the synonyms is very important. That is Jadayu, Garbhadarini are the main synonyms. Okay, Garbhadarini is synonym given by Charagacharya. So this quotation is mainly explained the formation of Abara. I hope you have studied it. Okay, I have explained this formation of Abara in our recorded videos. Okay. Then coming to the course of Garbha Vriddhi, that is you have to study with the 2-star important, that is Madra Ahara Vihara. The diet and lifestyle of the pregnant lady is the first course for the development of Garbha. And Kala Parinama, that is the time period. Okay. And Swabhava Samsiddha, some of the hormonal changes that is occurring in the body of the pregnant woman. And Madhu Ubasneha and Ubasveda. And Madhrida Garbhagara Bhava. So mainly Ubasneha and Ubasveda. That is the nyayas mentioned by our acharyas for the nourishment of the baby. Okay, so what is Ubasneha? That is before the organs are formed in a baby, the nourishment is attained by the process of perfusion. That is Uba Sneha. Okay, so the dasa from the Sushma Srotas of the mother is accumulate near the fetus. Okay, then through the process of perfusion, the baby will get nourished. Okay, so that is Uba Sneha. Then after the organ formation, the fetal nourishment is by Ubasveda, that is warmth of the mother. That is permeation. Through the permeation, through the skin pores, that is the part of nutrition that will get through the umbilical cord. Okay, then it is then transferred to the placenta and the nourishment to the baby. So the Ubasneha and Ubasveda are the two type of methods, before the organ formation and after the organ formation. Okay. And the last point, that is the role of Panchamaha Buddha in Garbha. Okay. That is also important. The Vayu helping Vibhajana. Okay. Vibhajana, Tejaha Pajadi, Achanam, Prithvi Samhandi, Abaha Kledayadi, and Agasham Vivardhi. So you have to study this code. 3-star important. Okay. The questions are asked always from this part. Vayu Vibhajadi, Tejaha Pajadi, Prithvi Samhandi, Apaha Kledayadi, Agasham Vivardhi. Okay. Then Garbha Poshana, that is mainly Garbha Poshana Nyayas, Ubasneha and Ubasveda, that we have already discussed. What is Ubasneha and what is Ubasveda? And Acharya Shishruda only mentions Ubasneha. Okay, not Ubasveda. And in Bhavaprakasha, Bela and Ashtanga Hridaya, it is like a Kedara Kulyanyaya. Okay, Kedara Kulyanyaya. So this is of 2-star important. Garbha Poshana Nyayas. So Sushrudaacharya only Ubasneha mentioned, and Ubasneha and Ubasveda mentioned by Charaga. Okay, whereas other acharyas mentioned Kedara Kulyanyaya. Okay. So these are the main points we have to remember in this session. And fetal position, that is the lie of the fetus, Garbha Asana. So mainly the first point, that is Madhu Prishtabhi Muga, Urdha Shira Sanguchyat Anga. So this is the position of the fetus, that is breech presentation is mentioned in Charaga Samhita. Okay, so the quotation is very important, you have to study. Whereas other acharyas mention Avakshiras. Okay. Avakshiras. And the acharya mentioned Tiryakasana is Arthreya. Okay. Whereas the light towards the mother's umbilicus is given by Indu. Okay. That is Madhu Nabhya Vrado. That is also an important point. Okay. Madhu Nabhya Vrado mentioned by Indu. And Tiryakasana by Arthreya. And Madhu Prishtabhimugam, that is a breech presentation given by Charagacharya. Okay. Then Garbhalingam, that is the sex of the fetus. Rektena Adigam Kanya. Okay. Rektena Adigam Kanya, Shukrena Adigam Putra. That is, if Shukra Bahulya is present, then it will formed into the male child. And if Artava Bahulya is present, then Stree child or the Kanya will be born. Then Ubaya Samya. If both Shukra and Artava in equally present, it is Napumsaka. Okay. 1-star important. And according to Sharangadara, will of God determines the sex of fetus. Okay. So Deva Advatade is also mentioned in Ashtanga Hridaya, and Sharangadara is also mentioned. The will of God is determines the sex of the fetus. Okay. Then next is Putra Prapti Lakshanam and Kanya Prapti Lakshanam. So these lakshanas that you have to remember is if the Dakshina Parshya Unnada is seen. If the abdomen of this pregnant woman where the Dakshina Parsham is Unnada, then it is Putra Prapti Lakshana. Dakshina Parsha Unnada. Okay. So also Payodarshana in Dakshina Sthana in the pregnant lady, Dakshina Akshi Mahatto. Okay, increase the size of the right eyes is also seen in the Putra Prapti Lakshana. That is the signs and symptoms of having a male baby. Okay, and Prasanna Mugavarna is also a fact, a Lakshana. Okay, so you have to study Dakshina Parsha, Unnada, and Prasanna Mugavarna, and Dakshina Payodarshan. For all symptoms, if it is seen on the Dakshina side, then it is Putra Prapti Lakshana. Whereas Vama Parsha Udara, Vama Parsha Unnada is present, that is Kanya Prapti Lakshana. And to the Nabumsaka Garbha, Parshudvaya Unnadam. So both the sides are raised. Okay. Parshudvaya Unnadam. Purastat Nirgadam Udaram. So main features of Nabumsaka Garbha is Parshudvaya Unnadam. Whereas Vama Unnadam is seen in Kanya Prapti Lakshanam, and Dakshina Parsham Unnadam is seen in Purusha Prapti or Putra Prapti Lakshanam. Okay. These are the 3-star important points. And whereas in Yugma Dharma or twin pregnancy, Droni Budam Udaram, that is very important. Droni Budam. The abdomen is like in the shape of a droni. Okay, Droni Budam Udaram. Madhya Nimnam. So, here also Parshadvayam Unnamat Kuksho Dronyamiva. Parshadvaya Unnamana Kukshi is also seen in the Yugma Garbha, but the difference is that it is like a Droni Budam. Droni. The shape is like a Droni in Yugma Garbha. Okay, that is very important. So questions are asked like this. Droni Budam Udaram is seen in which type of Garbha? Okay, it is Yugma Garbha. The synonyms for the Yugma Garbha is Yamala Garbha, Bahu Apathyada. Okay. Then the cause for the Yugma Garbha is the Adipravruddha Vayu. The activity of the Vada is the main cause for the Yugma Garbha. Okay. Then Purusha Vyabhat and Sri Vyabhat, that you have to study the number and the name of the Purusha Vyabhat and Sri Vyabhat. Okay. Then other important point, 3-star important, that is Garbha Ubadrava explained in Harida Samhita. So the number of Garbha Ubadrava is 8 in number. Okay, very, very important. Garbha Ubadrava, 8 in number. And he also explains as the Adhisara, Aruchi, Jwara, Shobha, Shardi, Hrillasa, Shosha, and Vivarnada as the Garbha Ubadrava. Okay, please note the name of this Ubadravas and the number of Garbha Ubadrava. Okay, so Garbha Ubadrava is explained in Harida Samhita. Totally it is 8 in number. Okay, and coming to the diseases of Garbhini mentioned in Kashyapa Samhita, that is also very important, 3-star important. Acharya Kashyapa mentioned on 3rd month it is more likely to occur Shrama or increased fatigue will be produced on the 3rd month. Okay, whereas on the 4th month, Vada Rogas are mainly produced. Okay, please mark the 4th month. Which type of Roga? Vada Roga in 4th month. So we can give Eranda Patra along with the Kshira in 4th month. Okay, whereas in 5th month, Acharya Kashyapa mentioned Madhura Anuvasana. So please note, according to Acharya Kashyapa, Anuvasana, especially Madhura Anuvasana, is indicated in 5th month. Okay, 5th month diseases. And Vyakta Amla Lavana Astabana is also indicated. So Astabana and Anuvasana, according to Kashyapa, is indicated in 5th month. Only the condition is if any diseases are present, which can be resolved only by this Anuvasana and Astabana, then we can give or prescribe this Anuvasana and Astabana during the 5th month. Okay. Then 6th month, you have to note the diseases which is produced on the 6th month. It is very important. Always the questions are asked like the Shobha is produced in the which month of the Garbha. According to Kashyapa, it is produced on the 6th month. Okay, Shobha and Vidradi. Okay, and Rohini. You have to remember these names. Okay, Shobha, Rohini, and Vidradi. These are the diseases produced on the 6th month. Then coming to the 7th month, Pina Mamsa Ubashamana, that is Shara Agni Bhagna Vishlesha Shastra Karma. So Bhagna Vishlesha Shastra Karma is mainly indicated in 7th month. Okay. Then coming to the next point, that is Garbhani Vamana. Garbhani Vamana is very important. The courses of Garbhani Vamana is very, very important. You have to study it. The courses are either due to Vadakoba and it is due to Garbha Nimittaja and or due to Dauhradaja. Okay. The course is very important. And coming to the treatment, you have to remember mainly Madhulungarasa Amrachendu Pravala, which is mentioned in Kashyapa Samhita, is very important. And Bhunimba Kalka along with the Sharkara. And Shundi Vilvakadam or Yavasaktu, Kustumbara Kalkam, Tandulodagam, and Vilva Majja Laja Ambu. So it is mentioned in Yoga Ragnagara. Okay, so you have to remember the Madhulungarasa and Amrajandu Pravalani in the treatment aspect of Garbhani Chardi. And also the point or the treatment mentioned by the Harida is also important. Okay. Then coming to the Udavarta, these are important. You have to study all the points in the Udavarta. So you know that what is Udavarta? That is the Anuloma Gadi of the Vada. Okay. Reverse movement of the Vada is happening in the Udavarta. And Hanyad Garbham Sagarbhani, the very important quotation. So always the questions can be asked from as the quotation Hanyad Garbham Sagarbhani, which is the disease Udavarta. Okay. So it is mainly occur in the 8th month in the pregnancy. Okay, 8th month, and mainly Snehe Rashadaram Jayed. So Sneha Prayoga, especially Sneha Vasti, is mentioned by Vakpadacharya. Okay, and Astabana is indicated by Charagacharya. So he mentioned that due to the fear of developing Amadosha, Anuvasana is not indicated by Charagacharya. Okay, that is also a very important point. So, Charaga is only indicated Astabana, whereas other Acharyas mention Snehe Rashadaram Jev, that is Snehavasti is indicated. And then you have to note the Niruha, that is Virana Shali Shashtigadi Niruha is indicated in Udapata. Okay, these are the main points. And coming to the Kikkism. Okay, Kikkism, that is some stretch marks which is produced during the time of pregnancy. Okay, due to the stretching of the skin, excessive stretching causes the stretch marks. Okay, striae gravidarium. So, Garbhotpedanam is the reason. Okay, Dosham Hridayashridam. So, the sthana of the dosha in Kikkisa is very important. Okay, so it is produced in the 7th month, which is Tridoshaja in nature. The dosha is involved is Tridoshaja in Kikkisa. Okay, and Acharya Charaga mentioned it is Urasthita, whereas Ashtanga Hridaya mentioned it is in Hridaya. So it is easy to remember that Ashtanga Hridaya mentioned Hridayashrida. Kikkisa as Hridayashrida yoga. Okay, and it is developed in the 7th month. And the clinical features of Kikkisa is also important. That is Kandu, both itching, and after the intense itching, what will be developed? burning sensation. Okay, Kandu Vidaha are the clinical features. And Garbhasya Kesha Jayamana Madhu Vidaha. So it is mainly occur due to the development of this hair on the fetal body. Okay. And Stana Udara Vali Vishesha Regagara. So it is mainly produced on the Stana Udara. Okay. This Kikisa is mainly present on the Stana and Udara. Coming to the treatment aspect of the Kikisa, mainly Madhura Aushadha Siddha Navanidam, very important. Kola Matra and Panitala and Mardana should be given on the Stana with the Chandana Mrinala Kalka. Okay. We have to study the treatment aspect very well. Mainly, the Madhura Aushadha Siddha Navanidam is indicated. Okay. And clinical feature of this Kikisa is also important. Understood. So, in case of Garbhini Asuga or Garbhini Roga, Kikisa and Udavarta is very, very important. All points in this part that you have to study. Then, moving to the next part, that is in this Kikisa, one thing that is you have to remember is Kanduyanam Varji. That is, itching should be avoided by the Garbhini. Kanduyanam Varji. So that is also considered as a treatment for Kikisa. Okay. And Alpa Sneha Levana, Alpodaga Anubana is also indicated. So these 2 points are 2-star important. In Kikisa, the itching should be avoided. Why? The itching will further increases the temptation to scratching. Okay, so some or more stretch marks will be produced on this body. So Kanduyanam Varji. Okay, and Alpa Sneha Levana is indicated, and Alpodaga Anupana is also indicated. Okay. Then coming to the Garbhini Jara, it is Kashta Vyadhi, very important. So Kashyapacharya mentioned the Garbhini Jara as Kashta Vyadhi. And the main point, before 4th month, only Upavasa or Payadi Krama is mentioned. And only after 4th month, Legana medicines can be given to Garbhini. Okay, these are the points. It is Kashta Vyadhi. Okay, 3-star important. The Garbhini Jara is Kashta Vyadhi according to Kashyapacharya. Okay, that the contraindicative procedures during the Taruna Jara. Mainly Abhyanga is contraindicated and the Nasya. So you have to study if Nasya is done during this Taruna Jara. So what will be the after effect? So you have to study Arojaga, Hinanga, Prana Parihiyade given by Kashyapacharya, and Charaga mentioned Pakshagada as an important effect which is produced during the procedure Nasya in Taruna Jara. Okay. So mainly you have to focus on the side effect of this Abhyanga during this Taruna Jara and Nasya. Okay. Then coming to this Garbhini Udavarta, this we have already discussed. And another point, that is Sushruta did not mention about Kikisa and Udavarta. Okay, so Acharya Sushruta did not mention about this Kikisa and Udavarta. Okay, please note that. And coming to the Akshepaga and Abhatantraga management, mainly Madhulanga Rasa with Bida Saindava. Very important. Okay. Please mark that Madhulanga Rasa with Bida Saindava is indicated in Akshepaga and Abhatanaga. Okay. And coming to the Shofa management, we have to study that Punarnava with the Bhadradaru Pada is indicated by Kashyapa. Whereas Harida mentions in Shofa, Svedana with hot water is indicated. Okay. And Yoga Ratnagara mentioned Prishni Parni Bala Vasha. So these 3 points are important. Okay, Shofa treatment is important. Then next is Yoni Samvarna. That is another important point that is given by Madhavacharya. Yoni Samvarna mainly the courses are Vyavayam, Prajagaram, Vadagara, Ahara and Vihara. Okay, so doing these, due to these courses, what happened? Vadagoba will be produced. Okay, so that cause narrowing of the Yoni Dwaram. So what is happening in Yoni Samvaranam? There is a Yoni Dwara will be narrowed. Okay, so we can relate this Yoni Samvarna as the cervical dystocia. Okay, so the symptoms are Garbhascha Ashu Vibhathyade. Okay, so it is very, it will be cause prolonged labor. Okay, Yoni Samvarana. So mainly Vada is the dosha, and what is happening here? Narrowing of Yoni Dwara is happening in Yoni Samvarana. And coming to Jadaharini, this is we have mentioned or we have studied in the Kaumara Bhritya. That is Jadaharini, Kashibacharya mentioned 35 number totally, and 11 are Sadhya in nature, and 16 are Yapya, and 8 are Asadhya. So you have to study the total number of Jadaharini and the number of Yapya, Sadhya, and Asadhya. Okay. Then Garbhaja Gada given by Sharangadada, it is 18 number. Okay, so Harida Samhita, we have studied that Garbhaja Ubadrava is 18 number. And in Sharangadara Samhita, Garbhaja Gada, Gada means diseases, is 18 number. Okay, so this is also 3-star important. Garbhaja Gada. So 8 number of Garbhaja, Gadar, Ubhavishtagam, Nagodaram, Makkallam, Muda Garbham, Vishkambam, Guda Garbham, Jarayu Dosham, Garbhapada. Okay, so you have to study this name of these diseases. Okay, and Acharya Shishruda mentioned Garbha Shosha or Vadabhipanna Garbha. Another name for Garbha Shosha is Vadabhipanna Garbha. Okay. It's also important. So Vadabhipanna Garbha is mentioned by which Acharya? Shushrudacharya. So actually Garbha Shosha is happening here. So growth of the child is standard. And here we can give Siddha, Kashmirya, Madhuga Payas. Siddha along with the Kashmirya, Madhuga Payas is indicated. Okay. So those are important for this treatment for the Garbha Shosha or Vadabhipanna Garbha. Okay. Then that is the Garbha Vyabhat Vishesha Bindu. You have to study each and every point in this table. That is, these are the Ubhavishtaga. Coming to the Ubhavishtaga, it is Charagacharya mentioned there is a Spandana to the fetus. Okay, so fetus is live. Or Acharya Vakbada mentioned Saspuranam. The term Saspuranam. And Sangraha mentioned Spurati. Okay. Coming to the Nagodara, that is Ubhashushkaga. So the term Ubhashushkaga used by Ashtanga Sangraha for Nagodara. Okay. And it is Aspandanam. So Spuranam Chirad is mentioned by Vagbhadacharya. Okay. Sometimes the fetal movements will be occur. Chirad Kinjit Spandade. Okay. So please note these differences. Okay. These all are we can compare with the mild IUGR, moderate IUGR, okay, and severe IUGR. And Ubhavishtaga means to sit, to stay in position. That is, the fetus stays or sit in the womb for a long time. That is Ubhavishtaga. Whereas Ubhashushkaga means, or Nagodara means the drying of the fetus in the womb. Okay, so in both conditions, the fetus does not grow properly in the womb. Okay, so mainly you have to note in Ubhavishtaga, Spandana means occur, whereas Nagodara, Charagacharya mentioned it as Aspandanam, whereas Vagbhadacharya mentioned it as Spuranam Chidat. Okay, and coming to that Leena Garbham, it is Naspandade. So So both Acharyas mentions no fetal movements, na spandade or nisphure. Okay. And coming to that of Mrida Garbha, so Kashyapacharya mentioned Stambini for Mrida Garbha. That is intrauterine death, Mrida Garbha. Okay, so Garbha Aspandana is the features. Okay, so this table is very, very important. And Garbha Shosha, that is the Vadabhibana Garbha that we have already discussed. Here, Mandam Spandadi. So Shuddhacharya only mentioned the Garbha Shosha or Vadabhibana. And its feature is Mandam Spandadi. Okay, so very slow movements are present. So the features and the detailing of this Ubhavishtaka, we can relate it as mild diugia. So Sanjata Sare, that is prolonged intrauterine stay is present. Okay, and you have to study Vriddhim Aprapnuvat Garbha. That is, Garbha will not get any growth. Koshte Tishtadi Saspuraha. So it is remain in the Koshta Garbhashya with the Spurana, with some fetal movements. Okay. So please, you have to study this quotation. Very, very important. Okay. And Vardade Tena Udaram. That's also the classical features of Ubhavishtaka. Okay. Vardade Tena Udaram. Okay. And coming to the Nagodara, it is moderate IUGR. You have to study the course of this Nagodara. Okay. And also the features is also very important. That is Garbha Vriddhim na prapnodi Parishushkavat. So the quotation itself indicate Parishushka or Ubashushka. Okay. And it is Aspandana by Charaga, whereas Ashtanga Hridaya mentioned Kinjit or Chirat Kinjit Spandanam. Vriddho Abhiparihiyade, very important. So sometimes this quotation is quoted. So Vriddho Abhiparihiyade. Okay, even though first during the first time of this pregnancy, abdominal development can be seen, but it gets reduced during the time course. That is mentioned in Nagodaram. Very important. Okay. And the treatment aspect is also important. You have to study it. That is Jivaniya Brahmaniya Madhura Vadahara Siddhanam Sarpisham Payasam. Okay. And Yana Vahana Kshobana is also indicated. And Amagarbha Bhakshanam is also indicated. Okay, very important. So the same treatment that we can use in Ubhavishtaka also. And one question that I have seen in the previous examination is Dhanya Kuttana Chigilsa. So which is mentioned in Bhavapragasa and Yoga Ratnadara. Okay. Dhanya Kuttana Chigilsa indicated in which type of Garbha Vyapat? Mainly Nagodara. Okay. So you have to mark this. Dhanya Kuttana Chigilsa. Okay. Then Leena Garbha, Leenakyo Nishpura. Okay. You can relate it as a womb stone or lithopedion. Okay. Leena Garbha. Please note this treatment with the 2-star important. Okay. So Muhur Harshana is also indicated here. Then coming to Garbha Srava and Garbha Pada, you have to study. Acharya Shishudha mentioned Garbha Chudi for these two terms. So Garbha Chudi is divided into Garbha Srava and Garbha Pada. So one question, that is the number of Garbha Chudi, that is 2. Whereas up to 4 months of pregnancy, there is a chance of occurring Garbha Srava. Okay, so that is in the liquid form. The bleeding is mainly occur. Whereas in Garbha Pada, it is occurring 5th and 6th month. Okay, 5th and 6th month. That is, the organ formation is mainly happen after the 4th month. So Garbha Pada, there is also chance after the 4th month or 5th and 6th month. Okay. Then you have to study the course for the this Garbha Chudi, Krimi, Avada and Abhigada. These are the 3 courses by Shuddhacharya. Very important. Whereas Charaga mentioned Shukra Pradoshaja Vyadhi. So Acharya mentioned Shukra Pradoshaja Vyadhi. If there is any problems in the semen analysis is present, then that may be a causative factor for the abortions. Okay, in the first 3 months. Okay. And the main points, that is first, second, third, 4th month is chance for occurring Srava as Sushrudacharya. Whereas first, second, 3rd month for Srava by Charaga and Vakpada. Okay. So, this part is very important. The month of occurring of the Garbha Srava and Garbhapada. Okay. So Charagacharya and Vakpadacharya mentioned 1, 2, 3 for the Garbha Srava and 4th, 5th, 6th for Garbhapada. Okay. So you have to study the opinion of any one of these Acharya. Okay. Don't confuse with this. Always the questions are asking from this portion. Okay. Then next is Lekshan of Garbhapadana, that you have to read it. Okay. Then Lekshan of Prastramsana Garbha is also, just read it. Okay. And Varana Bandham, that should be done before 8 months. Very important. It is mentioned in Kashyapa Samhita. Okay. So before 8 months, this Varana Bandham should be done. So it will prevent this Garbhachyuti. Okay, and Garbhapada Pradishedam is the chapter where this Varana Bandham is mentioned. So while doing this Varana Bandham, different mantras should be chanted. So Madangi Vidya is a type of mantras that should be chanted while tying this Varana Bandha. Okay, so it should be done before 8th month. Very important. Okay, then Garbha Srava Upadrava. 1-star important. What are the complications produced in Garbhasrava? And the treatment aspect of this Garbhachyuti, very important. That is for the first 3 months, Pratyakeya Chigilsa. Okay. Pratyakeya Chigilsa should be done in first 3 months. And in Srava, Ubhavasa Shida Rushobha Samnidam. That is before the expulsion. These are the treatment methods that we can be adopted. And in Garbhapada, Snigdha Shidam should be done. Okay. Understood? Then, next part, that is okay. Next is Prasava, that is delivery. So Prasava Kala given by these Acharya is very, very important. So please mark the 3-star for this Prasava Kala. Okay. So Agala Prasava is which is occur in the 7th month. Okay. And Prakrita Prasava Kala, very important. Normally we can say that the Prakrita Prasava Kala is 10 Chandramasa. Okay. You have to study like this 10 Chandramasa as Prakrita Prasava Kala. That is 9 months plus 9 days. Okay. As Prashasta Tara Prasava Kala, which is explained in Chakrapani, that is from 9 to 10 months. Okay. Very important. And also you have to study the Prasava Kala given by Charaga, Sushruta, Vakbada, Harida and Kashyapa. Okay. Then Prasava Karana is also important. So mainly Swabhavigam, Kalasya Parinamam, Navi Bandhana Mukti. Okay, these are the main causes for the onset of labor. Okay. Then Garbha Samburnada. This is the opinion by Bela. You have to study these 4 causes. Gatra Samburnada. Sorry, not Garbha Samburnada. Gatra Samburnada. Actually, that means the maturation. When the baby attained full development or the at term, that will cause the hormone changes, that which will cause the Nadi Bandhana Mukti. Okay. And last, it will help in the onset of the labor. Okay. Then Prasava Avastha, that is stages of labor, is also important. So you have to study this table. That is first, beginning of the first stage is termed as Prajayini by Sushruta, and Asana Prasava in Ashtanga Sangraha, and Prasavol Sugha by Bhav Prakasha. and Adya Prasava by Ashtanga Hridaya. Okay, have to study these terms. And for the second stage, we can term it as Ubasthita Prasava or Asanna Prasava by Bhavaprakasha. Okay, and third stage is known as Prajanaishya Mana. Okay, Prajanaishya Mana by Sushrutacharya. Okay, the lakshanas of each stage is very important. Okay, Kukshishidilada or lightning is seen in Prajayini Lakshana. So it is important to study these quotations. If possible, try to study these quotations. If not, just study the main points, that is Shidila Kuksho, that is Kukshishidilada, which we can compare as lightning, and Mukte Hridaya Bandhani. Okay. Sashule Jagane Nari, the pain in Jagana is the main features in Prajayini. Okay. And Prajanana Kala, that is mentioned in Charagajarya. The name mentioned for the first stage by Charagajarya is Prajanana Kala Abhimata. Okay. Then Yoni Prasravanam Avi. Avinam Anujanma. Uddaga Prasega. Okay. Garbhodaga Shrudi. Prasravana. Prasravana means show. Okay. Prasravana is the show. The main point that you have to remember is Yoni Prasravanam, Avinam Janma, and Uddaga Prasega or Garbhodaga Shrudi, Prajanana Kala Abhimada Lakshanas. In Ashtanga Hridaya, the first stage is Adya Prasava. So mainly the pain in Uru Udara Gadi Prishta Hridaya Vankshana Vasti and Kukshi Akshishladada. This mentioned here. Whereas Acharya Sushruta mentioned only Kukshi Shladada. Okay, and Bahumutrada, please note Bahumutrada as a lakshana in Adya Prasava. Okay, then Yoni Veda Spurana Sravana, very important. Avina Manujanma Stado Garbhodaga Shrudi. The same symptoms are mentioned in Charaga Samhita in first stage, but the name for each stage is the name given for the first stage by these acharyas are different. Okay. Then Asana Prasava or Ubasthita Prasava Lakshana, that you have to remember Abhishnam Purisha Pravarti. Okay, so frequent urination and defecation can be seen here, and Yoni Mugha Shleshma, very important. Okay, and the Vedana is mainly on the Kadi Prishta Pradi Samand. Okay. So the lakshana for these stages are very important, and mechanism of labor. Just you have to read it. Okay. Coming to the number of parijaraga, that is 4 parijaraga should be needed at the time of this delivery, and there should be kartranaga. The nail should be cut for the parijaraga, and prajanana kushra. They have well expert in this field, and Bahusha Prajada, Bahustriya Sauharda Yukta. This is the opinion of Charagacharya. So, whenever the number of Parijaraga is asked, you have to select 4. Okay, 4 number. And Kashyapacharya mentioned 1 attendee. Okay, according to Kashyapa, 1 Parijaraga should be there. Okay. Then coming to the Pravahana, that is bearing down. And you have to study, that is Garbhayoni Mugha Prabhanna, Gadadhara Pravahanam. Okay, and mainly mark the Agala Pravahana, because Badira Mugha Kubja Kasa and Shwasa Shosha Mudha Bigada. Okay, Vigada Sandana Janma. Due to this Agala Pravahana, it will result in the production of Vigada Sandana Janma. And then the complications of this Agala Pravahana are Badira, Muga, Kubja, and Murda Abhigadam. That is some of the injuries. Okay, brain injuries can be occur due to this Agala Pravahana. Okay. That Garbha Sangha is also an important part. Mainly the number of Garbha Sangha, please note 3 types. Which are the type? Amsa, Jagana, Shira. Okay. And mainly Yoni Dubana is indicated with the Krishna Sarpa Nirmoga. Okay. And Dharana with the Hiranya Pushpi Moolam. That is also an important one. And coming to the mechanical extraction of this Garbha Sangha, you have to remember the second point, that is Talu Kandam Sprished Venya Murdini Snuhipayaha. Okay, that is an important part. And Dubana and Lebana should be done with Burja Langali Kalkam. Okay, Burja Langali Kalkam, that is also an important point. Then the Vasti, Niruha Vasti, which is Sasneha Levana Niruha Vasti is indicated. Okay, and Snigdha Hasta is used for Aharana. So you have to study these points in the Garbha Sangha extraction. Okay, then complications of this retention of placenta. So normally this Abara Padana should be take place after the 15 minutes after the delivery. Okay, so Acharya Kashyapa mentioned that after the delivery, when this Abara Padana is not taken place, then we cannot call that woman as Prasudika. Okay, only after this Abara Padana, we can call her as Sudika. Okay. Then the complication is important, that is Anaha and Admana are the retention of this placenta. Okay. Then the Garbha Sangha treatment is advised, can be advised for Abara Padana. Okay. Then the term Vilambita Prasava for used by Yoga Ragnagara and Bhava Prakasha. That is also an important. Okay, Vilambita Prasava, that is prolonged labor, is mentioned by Yoga Ragnagara and Bhava Prakasha, whereas Akala Prasava, the term is used by Arunadatta. Okay, please note that. And coming to the Sudiga, you have to study the quotation given by Kashyapa Samhita. And Sudiga Kala is very, very important. Okay, mainly in modern science, it is up to 6 weeks. Okay, and 45 days is normally we can consider as a Sudiga Kala. And whereas Acharya Kashyapa mentioned 6 months. Okay, so long duration is mentioned by Kashyapa Acharya as Sudiga Kala. The Sudigagara, that is otherwise known as Arishtagara. So the measurement of Sudigagara is also 1 star important. Mainly the time of Sudigagara Pravesha is on which month? 9th month. Okay. Then Sudiga Parijarya, the aim of this Sudiga Parijarya, that is Dushtastra Vishodhanam, Vada Shamanam, Kramena, Apyayanam. These 3 are the aim of doing Sudiga Parijarya. So you have to study the Sudiga Parijarya given by Charagacharya, Ashtanga Hridaya, and also Sushrudacharya. So I have mentioned which part you have to study in this portion. Okay. Please listen this recorded video. Okay. So mainly you have to remember about this 5 to 7 days of Paribalana after delivery is mentioned by Charagacharya. Then Brahmana Karma is indicated. And Udara Veshtana should be done to prevent the Vadakopa. Okay, nowadays the abdominal belts are available and that will give a support to the abdomen muscles and also lower back region. Okay. And then Udaraveshna is not mentioned by which Acharya? Sushrudacharya. Very important. Okay, Sushrudacharya did not mention about Udaraveshna. Also, Sushrudacharya did not mention about 2 other diseases, that is Tikkisa and Udavarta. Okay. And Kashyapacharya mentioned that immediately after delivery, Udaraveshna should be done. Okay. Then Sudiga Parijarya according to Ashtanga Hridaya is very, very important. Then first thing, Taila or Gruda should be done, should be given in Mahadim Matra. That is increased quantity of Taila or Gruda can be given. And after that, for the Garbhashaya Shuddhi, Panchakola, for Dibana purpose, Panchakola Peya with Gudodaga can be given. And Ashtanga Hridaya mentioned Jadara Veshtana, or this Udara Veshtana should be done with the Yamagatam. After the application of Yamaga, the Jadara Veshtana can be done. Okay. Then after 3 days, he mentioned Vidari Gandhadi Siddhaya Vagu. And after 7 days, Mamsa Rasa. That is Brahmana method is indicated after 7 days. Okay. And after 12 days only the Pishida Seva or Mamsa Seva is indicated. Very important. So after 12 days, the Mamsa Sevana is indicated. But after 7 days, Brahmana Karma is indicated. Okay. And Sudiga Snana is indicated on 10th day after delivery. This is also important point. Then in Kashyapacharya, that he is the only Acharya who mentioned the Sudiga Parijaya according to Desha and Kala. Okay. Then Yoni Dubana is indicated. So please mark the Yoni Dubana for Sudiga Parijaya given in Kashyapa Samhita. Okay. And the order of taking food, that is first Manda should be taken, Yabagu, then Yusha, then Gangala Mamsas. So the order is very important. And this quotation, that is Kumara Prasave Tailam, Kumari Prasave Grudam, very, very important quotation. This is mentioned in Sudiga Parijaya in Kashyapa Samhita. Okay. After delivery, if male baby is born, then the mother should be given the taila, and if female is born, the mother should be given with the grida. Okay, very important quotation. Then advice to sit in hot bala taila. So sits bath in hot bala taila is also indicated in Kashyapa Samhita. Then Ushnodaka Snana is always indicated for Vada Shamana. Okay, and during this Sudiga Parijaya, Krodha Ayasa Maiduna, we should be avoided. Okay, these are the things that avoided during this Sudiga Parijaya. Then coming to the prognosis of the Sudiga Roga, that is very important. It is Kritra Sadhya or Asadhya. Okay, so prognosis is Kritra Sadhya or Asadhya, very important. And if the Sudiga Roga is produced due to this Mityopachara, it is Kritra Sadhya. Whereas if it is produced due to the Abatarpana, it is Asadhya. Okay, very important. And total number of Sudiga Roga is 74. That is also very important. So you have to study the total number of Sudiga Roga, that is 74. And coming to the Lakshana of this common Lakshana, Samanya Lakshana of Sudiga Roga, just you have to read it. Mainly we have to adopt Vadahara Chikitsa. Okay. For Sudiga Roga Shanti, Vadahara Chikitsa is indicated. And next point, that is in Dushprachata Chikitsa, Kashyapacharya mentioned 64 Sudiga Rogas. That is also an important. Okay. So totally 74 Rogas are mentioned. But in the Dushprajatiya Chikitsa Adhyaya, Kashyapacharya mentioned 64 rogas. Okay, that is also an important. Then the treatment, the Samanya Chikitsa is very important. That you have to study the indication for Saubhagya Shundi. That is Trinam Putra Prada Shubha. Very important. Sometimes this quotation can be asked. That is Trinam Putra Prabha Shubha, which is mainly the indication of Saubhagya Shundi. Okay, so this Saubhagya Shundi is indicated for Sudiga. Okay, not for Garbhani or not for Rajaswala. It is indicated for Sudiga. Then Trayavruta Yoga by Kashyapacharya, that cure the diseases in 3 days. Sudiga Rogas will be cured within 3 days. Trayavruta Yoga. And Vajra Kanjiga is important. That is, it is indicated in Makkalla Shula Shamanam, Param Shira Vivardhanam. Okay. So please mark Vajra Kanjigam is also an important yoga mentioned in Sudiga Parijaya. Okay. And Sudiga Jwara, the number of Sudiga Jwara that you have to study is 6 number. In this, Stanya and Grahaja is added. Okay. So you have to study the 6 type of this Sudiga Jwara, where Stanya and Grahaja, very important. It is the type of Sudiga Jwara. And coming to the prognosis, it is Kashta Sadhya. Okay. Then causes of Sudiga Jwara is 1 star important. Then Mangalyaka Grudam is indicated in Vishama Jwara. Okay, Mangalyaka Grudam is indicated in Vishama Jwara. Svedana, Apatarpana, Pajanaushada Sevana, Kashaya, Abhyanga, and Sarpi should be used for the Jwarakna purpose. Then Sudiga Makkalam, It is otherwise known as after pains. Okay, Sudhiga Makkalam. So it is mainly, the cause is Prajadayascha Narya Ruksha Sharira Tikshna. So when she is using this Tikshna or Ruksha food or activities, it will produce Sudhiga Makkalam will be produced. And the clinical features you have to remember is Shirovasti Koshta Shulam. Okay, Shirovasti Koshta Shulam and Nabe Radaha Parsha Uraha Vasti Shulam, Atmanam and Mutra Sangam. Okay, so this Mutra Sangam is important and Shirovasti Koshta Shulam is important. Okay, coming to the treatment aspect of Sudhiga Makkalam, please remember the Varunadi Kwada can be given here along with the Panchakola or Valsagadigan. That is important. Then Yavakshara Churnam with the Gridda or Ushna Jala can be used. Or Yavakshara Churnam with the Pipalyadi Ganam is also indicated. Okay, so these are the important treatment aspect regarding the Sudhiga Makkala. Okay. Coming to the Rekta Vidrati, it is related as Pyometra. Then Goro, Dahat Jwaragaro Goro Jayande, Rekta Vidrati. Okay. Then it occur in the third or fourth avata of the yoni. If it not subsides after 7 days, what happened? The paga of the Vidrati taken place. So mainly please mark the Dahat Jwaragaro Goro Jayande Rekta Vidrati. Okay. And coming to the treatment aspect, it is similar to that of Shoma and Gulma Chikitsa, and also we can adopt Pitta Vidrati Chikitsa. Okay. Then coming to the Stana Roga, mainly the cause for the Stana Roga is Nadi Vranagati. So please mark as 2-star important. Nadi Vranagati is the cause. Then type of the Stana Roga, Abhigadacha is added as one of the type of Stana Roga. Okay. Coming to the Dushya, very important. Dushya for the Stana Roga is Rekta Mamsa. Very, very important. Okay. Rekta Mamsa is a Dushya for Stana Roga. Then it does not occur in Kanya due to Damani Samvrudha Dwara. Okay. So in Kanya, the Stana Roga will not occur due to the Samvruddhata of the Damani. That is also important. And Swabhava Vivruddha Damani, due to the dilatation of these veins, Prajada, that is after delivery and in pregnancy time, there is a chance of occurring Stanaroga. Okay. So please remember, it does not occur in Kanya and the Samprapti. Coming to the Samprapti, Rekta Mamsa are the Dushya. Okay, and it is mainly 5 type, and Abhigada is addressed one of the type of Stanaroga. Okay, coming to this table, then Stanaroga, according to Sushruta, it is 5 type, and Ashtanga Hridaya and Ashtanga Sangraha mentioned 6 type, that is Stana Vidrati. Okay, only Kashyabacharya mentioned 1 type of Stanaroga, that is Stanakila. Okay, Stanakila was an important Stanaroga. Okay, so Stanakila is also very important portion. So where it is mainly caused by Vajra. Okay, Vajra. I hope you have listened these videos, and if you have any doubt regarding this part, you can ask me at any time. Okay. So due to this time limitation, we can wind up our class up to this Stanaroga. Okay. I hope you have understand today's class. What about today's class? You have understand or not? Dr. Rasia, Dr. Remya, Dr. Asia. Understand? or if you have any doubt. If you don't have any doubt, we can stop today's class. Okay. Okay. Thanks for listening. Okay. Good night.